Yo, man, where'd you get this sign at? This is trash.
Well, man, people kept telling us that we needed to think about putting something on our back wall. So I gave my man Doug at Mile High Signs a call, and he took care of us, and he's got our banner looking real nice over here.
Good look.
I have to agree. If you have any commercial needs for banners or signs, go to Doug at Mile High Signs. He will take care of you. He doesn't do stuff like happy birthday, grandma, or congratulations, it's your first onesie. Commercial needs only. Doug at Mile High Signs. He will take care of your needs. Thanks, Doug.
What's good, Colorado? We're coming at you with another edition of Real Talk with the Sports Heads. I know it's been a minute since we've been at you, but we, have to take care of some things, have to get some upgrades done around the set. So my name's Stephen Mathews. This is my man Earl Grant.
How's it going?
And tell them what we have on tap for today.
This is our NBA draft review show. We just want to catch everybody up to, things that took place in the NBA draft that happened about a week ago or so. Let's start off with some of the notable selections from the top 13 in the NBA draft lottery. Cleveland Cavaliers, my hometown team. We selected Anthony Bennett out of UNLV, small forward, power forward, Mountain West Player of the Year. Why don't you read off somebody for the people out there, let them know who else got their name called.
Yeah, man. This draft was pretty underwhelming overall, I would have to say. Everybody looked at it as a bad draft. There's a couple quality players I'm looking at. Bennett, to me, he's going to be a guy that you're going to look at that may actually be a steal. A lot of people didn't think he should be the number one pick, but I could see a lot. He's reminiscent to me of another guy that came out of UNLV, Larry Johnson, LJ.
Right, yeah, that's a great comparison.
So Victor Oladipo, he was drafted the pick right after Anthony Bennett to
number
the
Orlando
2 overall.
Magic. Number 2,
and he's a bad boy. He's getting a lot of comparisons to Dwayne Wade. I see a lot of athleticism. He D's up very well. I think he's going to be another guy that we're going to look at as one of the better picks in this draft.
Let's go to the number 3 overall pick, Otto Porter, small forward out of Georgetown. Should be a nice fit with the Wizard. Bradley Beal at the 2, John, Mr. Do-It-All, John Wall at the point guard position. So now they're starting to solidify that starting 5 down there.
I like Porter.
Cody Zeller went number 4 to the Charlotte Bobcats. Bobcats have trouble on draft day historically.
What's up, MJ?
Jordan, you got a player. At least you got a player. So, Cody Zeller went 4th. Why don't you tell them about what happened in number 6 as far as with the Boxhead?
Boxhead, Nerlens Noel. Nerlens went to New Orleans, but then shortly after he was actually moved to Philly for Drew Holiday.
That was a Drew Holiday deal?
Yeah, that was a Drew Holiday deal got done. So Nerlens went to Philly, and I don't know. I don't see it. He just got so much developing to do.
We'll touch on that in a second. Let's go. The guy that I can't believe fell all the way down to number 9, in my eyes, the most NBA-ready prospect with a great upside, as the experts call it, Trey Burke out of my mother's alma mater, Michigan, the Wolverines. How this guy falls to 9, I don't know, but he should have went 2 to the Magic, but that's another issue. He was drafted number 9 there to the Timberwolves, who ended up trading him to Utah, which I think is a great look for Utah. We'll get to that too. Anybody else in that top 13 that you think the people should know about where they landed?
C.J. McCollum, the pick right after him to Portland. He was already a guy that I was looking at that could potentially come into the league this year and be like the guy he's going to play with from last year, Lillard, and come and steal the Rookie of the Year. So Portland gets him. That gives him another great scorer, another great guy that can handle the rock, and I think he's really NBA ready also.
Just to kind of let you remind you guys, McCollum is the kid from small University Lehigh who 2 years ago in the tournament gave Duke the business, and his stock soared through the roof. Blew out his knee for his senior year, but I think he's going to land pretty well in Portland. Let's West Coast fans, Gonzaga fans, let them know where Kelly Olynyk ended up landing after he was actually drafted.
Olynyk got drafted by the Mavericks, but then there was a deal that went on, and he actually got moved to the Boston Celtics, so he'll be a Celtic. Mavs ended up getting a guy that I like a lot, Shane Larkin, out of the deal, and a couple other pieces. Another big curly-haired rookie, I can't think of his name right now. He's Brazilian. He could be a good pickup too. But yeah, Olynyk. I don't know. I think he may be one of the guys that we look at as got drafted way too high. You know what I'm saying? He's close to. He reminds me of a couple D-League players I've seen around. You know.
That's not a good fit. That's not a good fit for you to be compared to a D-League player. But anyway, moving forward, which players do you think potentially have all-star potential? And I'm going to run off a guy here, and Victor Oladipo. I'm going to begin with Oladipo. I mean, for one, his scoring and shooting improved every year at Indiana. He declared as an underclassman as a junior. He's an elite defender with world-class athleticism. This kid jumps out the gym. What you need to do is, if you ever look at his highlight tape, this is going to be the only guy that you see with a missed dunk opportunity on his highlight, because they put one up in the air against the Wolverines, and this kid, oh my goodness, you definitely got to check that out. But another thing, his motor is nonstop. He has a nonstop motor. So when you add the motor with the athleticism, with the guy who showed he can improve on his fundamentals, to me, this equals a guy with the proper minutes and development. 2 to 5 years down the road, this guy could be a potential all-star. Blake, why don't you throw a name out there of a guy that you think, could potentially be an all-star down the road?
Well, I'm going with your guy, Anthony Bennett.
Okay.
He's the type of guy, man, I could really see being very productive in this league. He doesn't fit the mold of a lot of your prototypical players. This guy's he's a wing. He can play the 4. He can play the 3. He has a big body.
Right.
He can score the
260.
ball. Yeah, it's a big body dude, and he can score the ball. He's just very athletic. He's way more athletic than his size shows. You know what I'm saying? I just really feel like he's a guy that playing with Kyrie Irving, he's gonna have free will to take cats to the hole, do different things with the ball. He's gonna be a guy I could definitely also see making an all-star.
Blake, but he's right. I mean, this is a guy that I think will definitely be a mismatch problem. Threes. He's gonna, he's gonna take a 3 to the hole, and he's also gonna be able to use his size and strength, to bully a 3. And at the 4 position, off the dribble, he's gonna blow by guys. And I think that in pick and pop, pick and roll situations with Kyrie, I think he's gonna be a very productive player.
Being a Bulls fan, I'm not looking forward to seeing Carlos Boozer having to guard him, dude.
Good luck, Boozer, and good luck banging with him down low.
Definitely.
My guy is Trey Burke. I mean, just like we talked about and alluded to, away from the show, but this is a point guard driven league now. Okay, and when you look at, and people are gonna say, oh, well, what about the Heat? What about the Heat? Well, LeBron James is a point guard in a power forward's body. So
the Heat can't guard point guards very well, if you've noticed. Tony Parker and others have went nuts on him. I mean,
they don't have a point that can stay in front of a point. Burke, he really understands the pick and roll dynamics of basketball. And we know that from the tournament. He is not afraid to take the big shot. He will make the big shot. And that's one thing that cannot be coached, that cannot be taught.
He can command the floor, and he's a floor general along with being a scorer. I mean, you could look up and he could be putting up Derrick Rose numbers in no time.
Explosive off the dribble. The kid is explosive off the dribble, unlimited range. 27, 28 feet out sometimes. He's dropping those bombs on cats.
And he will do it. He definitely will do it.
And considering how much ball handling responsibilities he had at Michigan, his assist to turnover ratio was phenomenal.
Most definitely.
I also like the fact that he's a pure point guard, okay? Yes, the kid can score, but he is fine-tuned with the ability to run a team.
Made some guys look really good at Michigan. Tim Hardaway,
hey, Hardaway, where you got selected, you need to send some props to your boy Trey Burke.
McGarry, the long kid that played the 4 for him, the little freshman last year.
All of a sudden they're talking lottery now with this guy. All of a sudden he's a lottery pick.
I mean, Burke's the real deal.
At the end of the day, what I feel about Burke is he's one of those guys that he can dominate in college, but his skill set really translates well to the NBA. And then on top of that, my final point of why I think that he can be an all-star, when you look at the team he's going to, You got Enos Cantor and Derek Favors down low, already under contract, for the next 2 years. They're gonna either re-sign Al Jefferson or Paul Millsap. Gordon Hayward is a solid player on the wing. With Mo Williams expiring contract, and they're not bringing him back, that frees up maybe $5 or $6 million to sign somebody on the wing.
Like Andre Iguodala, who's out there.
You throw Burke at the point. I mean, I really think he's gonna be in a situation like Damian Lillard was last season.
Definitely. I like your point there on that.